Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Little Miss Funeral YouTube channel. With the extremely tragic news of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna passing away in a helicopter accident, I just really wanted to come on this YouTube channel very quickly and talk about a couple of different things when it comes to celebrities and their passing. This news is so unbelievably tragic because it was an accident, and it was something that really should have never occurred but has. And it's even more tragic because Kobe's daughter was involved in it, a 13-year-old girl whose life was just cut way too short. And as an outsider looking in, as somebody who's never met these people, I just can't even begin to understand or even want to try to understand what his widow and what his other daughters are going through with both of their passings. Not only are you looking at a very tragic death, but you're looking at numerous deaths. And when it comes down to it, grief is complicated enough, and when you add two people that are your entire world and they pass away in a horrific way, that's just something that I can't even begin to imagine what everybody in his immediate family are going to have to go through. That being said, they're going through it in a very public way. Normal people feel like we know them and we feel like we have a connection to them. So when they do die, we also are grieving with them, and we're grieving with their families, even though we have never met them in person, because we are seeing them and rooting for their sports teams, and we're buying tickets to their movies, and we're going to see them in concert performing. And these celebrities in today's day and age, with social media and with sharing every little thing that you do online, it invites people into your life, and you make connections. You make connections to those people, and they may be a positive thing in your life when you don't have a lot of other positives going on. You may be rooting for this sport team when your whole life is kind of garbage right now and you have a lot of negatives. So that sports team can be the one positive that really lifts you up and really kind of makes you enjoy your life again. And when something of this magnitude happens, and when something like this that is constantly being shoved down our throats because it's in the news, we don't necessarily know how to distance ourselves, and we're going through this public grief as well. But I also think that it's important to understand that the immediate family, the people who have truly known and loved these people who are now gone, they're grieving on a very public forum as well, and I can only imagine that would add to the complications of their grief. I think that it's important for us as public people, even though yes, we are grieving for them in a very open way, to also remember that their immediate family needs some privacy during this time. And it's something that I think a lot of people don't necessarily think of, because since they are living their lives in a very public way, they also want to be there for their deaths, and they want to show up and they want to show their support. But grief is messy and complicated. And when it's tragic, like an accident or a suicide or a homicide, something that should not have necessarily happened, we want to have as much information as we can, and we want to show our support to the survivors, because we are also hurting, but we need to respect them. We need to respect that they need their own time in order to get through this grief as well. I just wanted to send my condolences to Colby's entire family and offer my own prayers and support, because honestly, I cannot even begin to imagine what they're going through. I pray to the Lord Jesus that I never have to know what they are going through. And thank you all so much for watching this video and listening to me kind of ramble on this subject. I just think celebrity deaths are a very interesting topic, because we do hurt and we do grieve when these things happen, and it's important to express that grief, because no grief should go swept under the rug. We should never diminish one person's grief over another, but it's also important to remember that there are some people who need their time and need their space, and that is the deceased's very close loved ones and their families. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I will see you all next time.